All right, let's begin. So hopefully by now you have some blocks. If you don't worry about it. But what I'm going to do with these, because we're doing wall squat, I'm going to put these right here. So just look what I'm doing with these props and see if you can find a prop and do something similar. So if I was going to pull all the way far down as I can until my butt wanted to come off the wall, be about right around where my butt's going to hit. So that's when my rep would be over anyways, because I failed in my form wet. So I put these blacks here, so when we start getting really tired, we don't get stuck in the bottom like, how do I get out? Oh man, because it can get weird. You will get stuck. So it's just for safety. I do it. Doesn't matter who you are. Just take the precaution. But if you don't, it's not a big deal. If you need to get up, there's a lot of ways to do it by pushing your hands back, going like that. Just figure it out. Just make sure you try to do it symmetrically and you don't tweak anything or hurt yourself, right? We're getting out of the pose. It's not supposed to be that challenging, but I realize in the holds, it can get pretty tiring when you've been down there for a while. So, first comes first, feet 6 to 10 inches apart, slightly narrower than hip distance. What I want you to check, we always want our legs starting at 90, and we want our knees stacked over our ankles. So, let's make sure we're far enough away from the wall first. So, when I pull down now, my legs are at 90, and yep, my knees aren't over my toes, and my knees aren't behind my ankles. So I can drive straight in the ground, keeping the legs at 90. Now, before we even get down, when we get down into the wall squat, we're pulling down with our hamstrings. So grab the balls of your feet in the ground and pull down with your hamstrings. Think doing a leg curl. So I know you're going to feel this in your quads, but we're still trying to use our hamstrings. When I get down, we'll talk a little bit more. So let's get in the position, and we're pulling down now. Just 10 seconds. Breathe through your nose. Focus on your breath. Why are we doing it where we're trying to leg curl and feel our hamstrings? Because up, we're so quad dominant. Keep your feet where they are. No adjusting. You can spend half your rest time getting back to where you need to be. And we're going down. Begin. That's where a lot of the knee and back problems come from. We're all quad dominant. Everybody's so weak in their hamstrings and glutes. Just over time. Up. We learned how to do exercises wrong, and that's where you guys are here now. I'm learning how to teach you to do them right. You're going to feel so much better in your body and your mind. As a result, we're going down. Guys, we're doing 10. Honestly, we might do more. Just bear with me, but we're in it together. You can tell I'm doing this on the fly. I'm not pausing or editing. We're just going to suffer together. In case you haven't picked up yet, it's 10 on, 10 off. It's important to keep in mind, keeping our whole back on the wall, ribs hugged in, abs drawn in, up, constantly leg curling. There's no space here. I'm not going like that. Keeping my shoulder blades down, chest big, hold down. I gotta be honest, guys. I forgot where we're at. So here's what we're gonna do. Feel free to laugh. We're gonna call this one 5. Up. We're going down for 6 because now I know you guys are hating me right now. Because I know you know exactly which number we're at. I've never been one for counting, and if you know me, you would know better. But as we were training together in person, oh, I'd probably make you do some of these reps over again anyways, because I'm a form stickler. It is the most important thing. Another reason why, send me video clips when you can, and I will provide an opportunity at the end of every exercise to shoot a video clip over. All you got to do is just pause this, do a quick video clip. I prefer them to be at the end of your set anyways when you're more fatigued, because that is going to be the information that helps me most. When you're tired and your form wants to go is when I'm going to really see what's going on with you and be able to help you best. I hope this talking is more entertaining, just getting you through this. If this is challenging, if it's not, you need to hit me up because I can make some quick adjustments. We can fix that real quick and you'll regret it. So who thinks I know the count right now? Because I don't. I'm lost again. We're gonna call this weight. Hate. You guys hate me right now. This isn't even that bad though. I'm just kidding. It can be bad. If you're struggling with this, most people are, so don't worry about this. This is my job. You'd be surprised. I train a lot of professional athletes, and you would never know. Some of them were pro at anything at any point. So it's not about that. Let's just focus on the form and feeling good. Bring it one more. For 10. Don't get too comfortable. I actually changed my mind. We're going to get another. You see how this is going? I'm here to push you. If you're going to be counting time and sets, you're going to be disappointed. But I promise the workout will be over exactly at the time it says it's over, as I have it listed on the program. Last one, set 10 to 15. Curling down. So when I got down, I leg curled down. My feet are still 6 inches apart, legs at 90, trying to use my hamstrings as much as possible. Obviously, I felt it in my quads, so now's a good time to pause and record. If that's what you want to do, I'm going to meet you right over here on the front of the mat, and we're going to do a lunge. And bring your blocks with you. All right, so keep in mind we got some rest time. I won't need to shift the camera anymore. Got a one-man crew here. I'm gonna get this professionally done next time. Get excited, folks. Get real excited. What a better time for home workouts with TV going around in the world. We're resting right now, in case you're wondering why I'm just sitting here talking. And a matter of fact, I hope you're not sitting like I am. I do not support sitting while you're working out. Stand in a ready position, driving your feet in the ground, squeezing your glutes, letting your tailbone roll under. Hug your thighs together. Draw your belly button in, your lower abs in. Let your ribs hug in. Pull your shoulder blades down your back so you have a proud chest, just like this. None of this, none of this, none of this. Just boom, ready to go. That's a workout alone. That's called setting that military attention. You can get tired doing that. So now we have lunge. Let's go. We'll go right leg forward. Actually, no, we're gonna go left leg forward. It'll be easier to see. And while we're doing that, we're going to be performing a front raise with the opposite arm. So left leg forward, right arm front raise. This will actually be nice. It'll take your mind off whatever's more tired. So if your legs weak on your shoulder, you won't notice your shoulder because you'll be struggling in your leg. You get it. All right. How are we going to get in there? The only way is getting the lunge. The most important part is we're at our longest, most lengthened lunge, and we're holding at the lowest position. So step forward like that. That's how I prefer, but you can always step back. You can even drop to one knee and go like that. Here's what I want though. This front leg, 90 degrees. So just think wall squat with the front leg. Drive that ball of the foot in the ground. It's all right if you want to press your whole foot, but remember, mainly we're driving through the ball of the foot. You might even notice if you lift your toes sometimes when you're driving the ball of the foot in, it will help engage your hamstring more, which is what we want because this front leg, we're pulling down with our hamstring. We're not lowering and resting. We're pulling down. So what does that do? When we pull down, you squeeze that back glute. It'll lengthen your hip flexor. And we also want to try to keep this back leg straight, which I know is hard to do. So if it's bent, it's not a big deal. But remember, we're squeezing this back glute, trying to roll the pelvis under. So this lengthens your hip flexor, your quad. I feel it in my quad and my hip flexor because I'm not that mobile there. So until my quad loosens up, I'll feel it there. Then I'll get into my hip flexor. Always stand at 90, driving the ball of the foot, using your hamstring, this back leg, squeezing glute. Push your heel back. Squeeze glute again, let pelvis round there. Push your heel back, drive ball of the foot, and then you feel your legs straighten. So we're right there. Now, draw abs in, hug ribs in, crown of the head drawn up right here. So that's what the lunge is going to look like. Now, I'm going to show you. I'm pretty much just doing the hold. We're all resting right now. I'm sorry I have to explain this. Lateral raise, just make sure you keep your shoulder blade. You're pulling down with your shoulder blade back here. You're not shrugging up or over or rolling forward, pulling down with the shoulder blade, keeping this straight, holding right here, the middle of your muscle. And I apologize, it's not a lateral raise, it's a front raise. So right here. Perfect. Keep the shoulder blade down, shoulder down. All right, ready? Go. 10 seconds. You hear that? I'm not exaggerating, my bro. This is how it should be. You can let your knee drop when you're resting. It's no big deal. I'm going to get them right this time, guys. 2. I'll say that. How can I forget it when I'm saying it out loud? Remember, 90 degrees, you keep pulling. Front hamstring, rest. Front hamstring pulling the ground. Back leg, trying to straighten. Oops, not yet. Feel that back glute squeeze, pelvis under. Up, 3. Rest. That's all right. You're like, I'm sweating. And remember, this is as hard as you want to make it. And a lot of this is mentally challenging. So up, 4. Lots of people have the strength to do this, especially when they do longer hold times, but mentally, it just won't be there yet. That might be a nervous system issue. There's a lot of stuff that can get into that, but bear with us, and this will help your energy, your sleep, your work life, your focus, so much more. This is 5 because I'm not losing count this time. Rest. Yeah, I hope you have, if you have some music, I support that. Also, I feel like if I played music, that would just distract me. I'm way too ADD. 6. Should be feeling this a lot, obviously, in that glute, this hip flexor, and a lot in that front leg, especially that hamstring. You're using it. 7. You know, I'm going to disparage you, but yeah, lunge gets pretty tiring after a wall squat, and then we got to do the other side. Not yet. Here's 8. Keep pushing that back leg back. Keep trying to straighten it, but don't arch in your back when you do that. Remember, keep everything drawn in. Stay upright. Long spine. 8. Going on 9, people. We're going to 12. 9. Keep pulling on the ground. Keep breathing through your nose. See how I just exhaled through the nose there? It's because I'm getting a little warm. So it's all right to take a big inhale through the nose and let it all out through the mouth. But the goal is to get back to steady breathing. That was 10. I might have messed up again. I really thought I was going to get it this time, guys. 2 more. Unless I'm wrong, we're still doing 2 more. Remember, front leg curl. Trying to get that back leg straight. Squeezing that back leg glute, rolling the pelvis under. Pushing that back heel back. Leg curl, front leg. Draw abs in. Shoulder blades down. Proud chest. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to switch sides. Rest. And we'll rest another minute here. Again, great time to pause and do some video. You know, I'm just going to be bullshitting until while we're resting anyway, so no rush. Catch your breath. I'll just we're switching legs and arms. So, to the side. Oh, we'll go like a diagonal angle so you can see from different views. Again, find your most lengthened lunge stride. And I will go through the cues when we start in 5, 3, 2. All right, 1, let's go. Coming up, lateral raise with your block or whatever it is, 1 to 3 pounds. It's actually about 2.5. Rest. Front leg 90 degrees, driving the ball of the foot in the ground, using your hamstring to keep pulling lower, keeping that leg stable. Up, that back leg, squeezing that back glute, letting the pelvis roll under, trying to straighten your leg by pushing your heel back and driving the ball of the foot in the ground. That was 2. I don't know, maybe I'll get like some checkers out here. 1 checker every set. What do you think? Get some street games going? I think I was thinking dice, not checkers. Anyways, rest. That was 3. And I know I'm right. See, I don't really mess it up. I could always count to 5 when I was a kid. It was after that when I got screwed. Up. It's 4. Because I can count. Rest. And we're going to 5. If you haven't noticed, we're shooting for a total of 2 minutes, and I give you the option for going to 3 minutes. There's a reason for those times, and I will explain those. Just now, there is not enough time to explain why, but certain things happen when you hit 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes in the body. There's a lot of examples in that in fitness. Like yoga, yin yoga. They hold poses 3 to 5 minutes, but they don't engage muscles, they relax into them. That's for fascia. Different, just accomplishing different things. Right now, we need to get our bodies strong in our foundation and our stabilizing muscles and our big muscles, and we need to increase range of motion. We're only going to do that through isometrics, like right now. You already know I lost count, right, guys? Going on 6. And if it's not 6, it still is 6. You guys get it now. This is kind of part of the workout. If you guys were here with me, it wouldn't be too much different. Like I said, I only count reps for forms perfect. You don't need to do that to yourself. None of us is going pro in anything besides life, which I'm helping you do right now. And if you stick with this, you will notice so much throughout your entire life and your work life. Not that that's where all our enjoyment comes from, but it might. 8. I will try to talk less. Focus on your breath in and out through your nose. Rest. Another thing I forgot to mention, up. Make sure this back knee isn't coming out, doing anything weird. Make sure this knee, front knee isn't pronated in or out. Everything's staying centered. All right. I'm not trying to develop a crooked foundation. That's on you, not me. I don't take responsibility for crooked foundations. All right, 2 more, guys. Even if it's not 2 more. Last one. Get a little excited. You want to know what to do with your right hand? Just relax it. Snap your fingers if you want. Good. We'll move on to the next exercise. We can get these blocks out of the way. You don't need a towel, but you can use it to wipe your sweat. Unless you're using strap right now, then you're just screwed. I apologize for that. Okay, what we're doing now is called a standing hamstring stretch. So, I hate that the word stretch is on the end of this. We're still doing isometrics. I'm going to sit for a second. We still got about 30 seconds rest. Keep in mind when we're doing isometrics, remember we're not holding, we're lengthening, we're constantly pulling into the ground. We're lengthening our muscles. So, it's not a stretch. Stretching which most people do, that stretches tendons and ligaments, which creates injury. In fact, what you want to be doing is lengthen your muscles, teach them to engage, increase to their full range of motion, and absorb force in all those ranges. So there's far less opportunity to get hurt. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. It looks so much better too. Just think of a bodybuilder and a professional athlete. If you prefer to be the bodybuilder, honestly, like don't let me take your money anymore. You need to go train with someone else. I'm not your guy. But I have a feeling that that's not what you want. So, standing hamstring stretch, isometric, exact same thing, 10 times, 10 to 15 times, 10 seconds. So, we're normally right here, hip distance, slightly narrower, and have you bring your feet in a little bit and beat them out. Only time I'll ever tell you to do this. Why? Well, when you do this and you get in the proper position at the bottom, it's going to help keep your ACL and all this other stuff, all those other tendons and ligaments in line. So, just for this stretch, feet, heels about 1 to 2 inches apart, toes about 2 to 3 times that. So they're V. We're pushing our butt back, glutes to the rear. So push your glutes to the wall so much that you go back on your heels. You almost want to fall on your butt, but we're not going to do that because that's not an exercise. That's just embarrassing. So if you start going really far back and let your toes lift, lift them up more and then drive them in the ground. Keep pushing your butt back. What we want to do is an anterior tilt. So we're not tucking like that. So I don't want it to look like this, like that, posterior. Pushing your butt back as far as you can. You're not locking your legs like this, slight bend. So be like that. And you'll feel a massive lengthening in your hamstrings. If your hamstrings aren't engaged and feel lengthened, you're not doing it right. So keep pushing your butt back, slight bend. Feel length in your hamstrings. Exhale, compress, try not to get ribs. The thighs, keep pushing the butt back. Cross your arms. And each inhale, you'll lift. Each exhale, you'll lengthen and find range. All right, rest. I'm just going to assume you hop down with me on that. We're going to count that as 1, and then we'll do 10 seconds on this. Maybe I'll even get the counting right. Don't get your hopes up. And down for 2. I'm not looking over to be creepy. I have a clock right here, so at least I'm getting the hold times right. Rest. Just like that, when you rest, just bend your knees and come up. We don't want to put any strain on the back. That's not what we're focusing on now. We're just lengthening the hamstrings. Exhale. Lower. And that was 3. Inhale, push your glutes to the rear, butt to the wall. Exhale. Your stomach in, cross your arms and lower. Inhale, find length. Exhale, more range. Rest. Going on 4. I'm doing it, guys, I think. Exhale, lower. Oh yeah, going on 5, folks. In case you're wondering how I could be so bad at counting, I'm dyslexic. I don't expect you to know what that means. I don't even know what it means. I just know there's a lot of forms of it, and words and numbers just don't jive. They just get mixed up. These are nice. So you guys probably don't even care if I mess up count here. 6, because I might have already. Keep pushing your butt back. Weight all the way back on your heels. Feel your hamstrings lengthen. Up. Going 7. Excuse me, I don't have the coronavirus, all right? I don't even have a stuffy nose. I just sniffled. Everybody, calm down. I don't know if you guys have went to the grocery store lately, but If you're not feeling this workout right now, you need a distraction. You can laugh at that whole situation. None of it's funny, but it's different, let me tell you. I think this is 8. We can call this a firm 8. Well, what you can do on the way up is actually circle cheer on the way up. We'll do that. That'll feel a lot better, and then 2 birds with 1 stone. Exhale, anterior tilt, lower. Bend your knees, roll your spine up. Just gonna call this 10. World's first counter. Exhale, goose 3. Circle cheer up, roll that spine up. 2 more. Capiche? Capiche. All right. Exhale, push your butt back towards the wall. Find compression. Let your ribs connect to your thighs. Cross your arms. Exhale. Find your knife into the position. If you haven't taken note come up before when you started, maybe you couldn't touch your toes. Maybe you can now. Maybe you can just slap them on down there. I don't know. It's not a contest. Just notice that I know for a fact you've all increased range, and that was through lengthening your muscles and while strengthening them. So, feel good about that. And we are done. Go ahead and do 15 if you want. I know that one was hard. It just feels good. What we're going to do now is while you're resting or taking video, great time, you can hit pause. Even if you're doing this on your phone, you can take a quick video. You can do it selfie. You can prop it up. You don't need to do this every week or every time. But keep in mind, video is what's going to help me help you. Little Jerry Maguire. And I don't want video every day. Don't do that to me. I don't have time for that. Just every week's fine. Just 10-second clip of each exercises or some you feel like you need help with. Send them my way. If you don't want to send video, that's fine too. I'm not going to complain about it. But I might a little bit actually. It's important to me that your guys' form's on point so I can make the proper adjustments. And if your form's good and you're doing these, the results are going to be so much sweeter because I know we're all working out for a bunch of different reasons. And I can tell you we're going to accomplish all those from looking good, feeling good, to having more energy and focus in your day, to sleeping better. So the only thing we're not going to accomplish is becoming a meathead because the only people that care how big you are other guys on steroids. I don't know. Anyways, 2 blocks coming to push-ups. Our rest is now over. So if you don't have blocks, I told you before, you can use chairs. Put these here so you can see. Benches work fine, but we just want them to be shoulder distance. What shoulder distance? If you're standing here relaxed and you curled up, that's shoulder distance, just right here, boom. So you can use chairs, benches, whatever. I'm using the blocks because most people have those. If you want about a foot setting right here, grip the blocks all the way around like that. It's cool if you want to do that setting. The reason we're doing elevated is because we're doing isometric at the lowest position. What does that mean? We got to fully lengthen that position. And if your chest can touch the ground doing a push-up, then you have more range of motion to go throughout your chest. So I know all our chests can touch the ground. We can go like that. If not, it's not a big deal. We're still going to use the blocks. Keep in mind, you can do this from your knees. And I'm going to show you the difference between that. So let's say we're doing this from our knees. Right now I'm not from my knees. See what changes when I do it from my knees. Look at my body, nothing. So you think knees makes it easier? No, it just puts more into your chest. So here's what I don't want to see before we start. We're pulling, well, I do want to see this, pull our shoulder blades down our back. What does that do? Creates proud chest, brings your shoulders down and back. Because what we don't want, we never want to shrug. We never want to round. Never, ever, ever, ever stop right away. If you're doing that, I'd rather have you get 5 seconds, take a deep breath, go back down and get 5 seconds, then round. But we can all do this. 10 seconds, that's an inhale and an exhale, and we're there. All right? 10, sorry, we're going to go for 12. All right, so when we're coming down, I want our wrist over our elbows and our arms at 90. I don't want it like that. I don't want it like that. And what I don't want our elbows coming in. I don't want them out. 45 degrees directly over each other. If it helps, this is more of a chaturanga push-up. Okay. I'm going to go that height and do whatever's comfortable. And core tight. Exhale. So how did I get down? I pulled down. I pulled my shoulder blades down because I want to keep my shoulders down and back. Relax. You can drop your knees and come up like that, or if you're already on your knees, you're halfway there. And I pulled down with my back muscles, my lat and my scapula. Think of your lat or your scapula, your back, like your hamstrings. So when you use your hamstrings to pull yourself down lower on your lower body, you're using your back to pull yourself down lower on your upper body. And then think of your chest as your quads. So once you've pulled down with your back, you'll feel your chest lengthen and you'll feel tension, like you want to use your chest now to come up. So you pull down with your back, chest to come up. It'll happen fluidly. It'd be like bicep, tricep, or on the way down with your legs, hamstring curl on the way down, quads on the way up. Same thing on the push-up. Pull down with your back, hold. Keep your shoulder blades back and down. Remember, we're not rounding. We're staying firm, even if you're on your knees. Scissor your legs into each other. Relax. Going on 5. Obviously, these can be a little more challenging, depending on where your strengths and weaknesses are. Good. I lost count, but I got a pretty damn good idea where we're at. Ready? This is 6. You know what? I'm going to do these from my knees in case you are as well, because those that are doing it from their feet. You must feel pretty cool right now, all right? Try it from your knees. It's just as cool. All right, guys. Knees or feet, doesn't matter. Going on 7. Scissor 'em. Keep your body in line. Hips square, glutes squeeze, abs drawn in. Elbows even. They're not coming out and they're not coming in. They're directly over. 45 degrees with anything. Rest. Going on 8. Again, I'm sorry. All right, 9. Inhale. Exhale. Expand through the chest. Going on 10. That means 3 more, folks. Folks. Like Buster Rabbit. So low. 2 more. Good. I'm going to talk a little bit about breathing in between our next rest. Call it 10. 2 more. You guys like, you just said that. I'm like, guys, come on. I'm multitasking here. We're getting a workout regardless within your time frame. Good. All right, 1 more. Unless you really want to go for it, you can go to 15. Matter of fact, you can go to 20 if you're feeling like these are really easy. Remember, this is the first day. Please let me know if adjustments need to be made. And we're good. Nice push up. Feeling a little tired there. It's completely normal. Don't worry about it. We can get these blocks out of the way. We're going to come on to Superman's next. I will show you what that looks like. First of all, feel free to grab a drink of water. It's completely normal. While we're talking about water, people always ask when it's supposed to hydrate. So actually drinking water during your workout, it doesn't hydrate you. You'll just sweat it out. You need to hydrate an hour to 45 minutes before. That will actually help hydrate you towards your workout that you're doing in an hour or 45 minutes. But during, it's more just with your parts. It helps cool down. And I mentioned breathing while we're waiting here. So I always say breathing out through the nose because you use your diaphragm. And when you're breathing out through your nose and you use your diaphragm, you're getting about 20% more oxygen, which is a lot more. You'd be selling yourself short if you're not. So in yoga, you hear Ujjayi breathing, and that's just their way of heating up the body and getting your body, your mind, your breath, everything in sync. You can literally warm up off breath alone. So once you get that down, you can sweat just by breathing. Pranayama practices can be pretty intense. So I was actually taught they called it not Ujjayi, dark Vader breathing. So think of it as like this is from like the top, the roof of the mouth. It's almost like you're pressing your tongue up and the airflow is going along the roof of your mouth and down. Like you're fogging a window with your nose on the way up. And it's the reverse action of that on the way down. And you'll feel that way down from your lower core, from your lower abs. Even on the inhale when they come out, a lot more core engagement. This alone, your core is going to get massively stronger. You don't need to be rocking out ab exercises every day to get this or that muscles. You just need to learn how to use your muscles right. And all this development will happen. And then we can obviously kick up the intensity if you want a little more. That's never going to be an issue. So that should about cover it for rest. We're going to come to Superman. It's going to come to a lying position on our bellies. Arms straight, legs straight. Arms, legs hip distance, just like you were standing. The important thing here is we're going to squeeze our glutes. So right now, I'm not squeeze. Don't do that. Squeeze your pelvis on the ground. Roll your glutes under. You might notice when you squeeze your glutes, tuck your tailbone, roll your glutes under. When that pelvis presses and your glutes go under, you might feel like your legs want to come out. Use your inner thighs, wrap them in, and keep your toes together. Try to keep your toes or your feet in general touching, but at least your toes. And then with our arms, we're going to lift those up, but with our shoulders, and we're going to keep our shoulder blades down. What aren't we going to do? We're not going to shrug our shoulders. We're not going to let them come up to our ears. We cannot let that happen. You need to stop if that happens. And if this is hard for you, what we're going to do is both arms and both legs like that. But if that's too hard, one at a time. Obviously, you'll have to pause and go through another set on your own. No big deal. That's just another 3 minutes. So you'll be fine. You can pick right back up with those. But for those falling, both arms, both legs, same time, Superman's. Lifting up with our legs, keeping our toes together, squeezing our glutes in the ground, puffing our pelvis in, drawing our abs in, then lifting our arms up with our back and our shoulders, pulling our shoulder blades down our back. I'm done talking. We're going to do it. Ready? Go. Your head, crown of head pointing forward, lengthening through the spine. Rest. And it's up to you to keep challenging yourself, keep pulling up higher and higher. I'm not the best benchmark for all exercises, as I'm not the world's most flexible, mobile man. I will let you know if I think I do a decent job in some areas, but I don't think this is going to be one of them. So if yours looks a lot better than mine, Hell yeah. If it doesn't, nobody cares. Just keep trying. That's all that matters. Keep those glutes squeezed. Perfect. Keep lifting with your shoulders. Keep your shoulder blades pulled down your back. I can't believe I already don't know how to run. So we're going on 3. Keep pulling them up, pulling them up. Superman. And rest. I'm going on 4. Lift legs, lift arms. Squeeze pelvis in the ground. Draw core in. Shoulder blades down. Squeeze glutes. Hug inner thighs together. That was 4. Here I'm going on 5. One more thing I want to add. When you're keeping your arms straight, try not to let your elbows bend. Keep your arms straight. And you'll notice your triceps wrap. They wrap down. So your elbows don't come out. It's like the eyes of your elbows roll up. They'll be pointing up. So your triceps wrap down and the eyes of your elbows come up. I went a little too long on that one. 6. Good. Again, 7. We're almost there, folks. We got abs after this exercise. 7. Let's get that 8. This was harder than I thought. See, I'm starting to drop. Going on 9. You guys are like, please do 10. I gotta stick with 12. I feel like that's what we've been doing. 9. 3 more. You can do 3 more. This is 10 seconds. I was gonna do 30, all right? Maybe not 12 times, but you know. In and out through the nose. Yes. 1 more. Pull up as high as we can. I know you've noticed I'm getting lower, but I'm still trying to pull up as high as I can. And I'm keeping that in position in my mind the whole time. I'm always visualizing the perfect posture, even if it sucks. In my mind, I'm a champion. Rest. You can come back to child's pose. Why not? Eventually, unless you want to go take some video, like I said, we got around a minute. You can pause and hop right in. We're going to come onto our backs. We're going to grab our blocks. You can grab a ball, a football I've seen this done with, a milk crate, pillows. Just need something to squeeze in between our legs. Because what we're coming onto is a 90-degree crunch. So I'm taking these 2 blocks, and I love using 2 blocks because if I quit squeezing them together, they'll fall apart. They'll fall down. And matter of fact, it'll be double punishment because they're not going to fall anywhere where I want them to be falling. More incentive to not fail in this exercise. You guys can do it. We're so close. We're doing abs now. So, like, we're basically done. Who doesn't like doing abs? So, take these blocks, legs at 90, squeeze them in between your knees, dorsiflex your feet, and exhale. Draw belly button in, hug your ribs in, crunch. Cross your arms over your chest. Release. I just grab the box like that every time, and that's about 2 seconds, like now. Squeeze them, get back in. Exhale, crunch. Draw it all in. Keep crunching as high as you can. Release. You'll notice squeezing the blocks together engages your sides, your obliques. So the crunch gets your center core. The block squeeze gets your sides, your obliques. It's a full ab exercise. Keep drawing in, pressing your back on the ground. Hug, 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 hug. So much that you're trying to just like make yourself as skinny as possible, as in your waistline. You're hugging your muscles in, your core in as much as you can. I'm beating the dead horse right now. These are very important things. Call that 3. 4. Between your legs, squeeze them, crunch. Exhale though, so you draw everything in, create more compression, crunch higher. 5. 6. You know we're going on 7. We're just hanging out, guys. It's home workout. Nobody's, you're not missing out on anything in the world right now. I mean, you know what I mean, miss out wise. You'll be back to your shows in no time. I'm going to say this now, though, now that we're getting to the end. At the end of every workout, you have a 20-minute window to get nutrients. What does that mean? Around 15 grams of protein. That means after you finish your workout, 20 minutes have passed, you missed your window to get nutrients that your body would use towards your workout. What does that mean? That means your body starts eating muscle instead of burning fat and building muscle. Literally the opposite of what you're paying me to accomplish. So please, please, please don't negate most of your workout by not doing anything after this. If you need to run up and make a protein shake real fast and finish this last exercise, all in within a 2-minute span, no big deal. Otherwise, just plan on when we do finish going to get some food ASAP or making a protein shake. Completely up to you. It's important. You have 15 minutes to get it down the hatch from the time you finish your workout. 15 grams of protein. Rest. I don't know where we're at, but he's gonna feel good. So I'm gonna do 3 more. Yeah, let's do 3 more. No, 4 more. You guys hate me for that. We won't always do abs. Keep in mind, I am doing more abs right now because I need you guys to learn how to use them correctly. Because once you do, you realize that we're never not using our abs, and we won't even need to do ab exercise to keep it looking good down there. Not saying we won't, but I'll teach you how to develop your whole core. Those little rib muscles on the side, those are called your serratices. You will have those too someday, young grasshopper. This is the last one. Crunch, crunch, crunch. We're always crunching as high as we can. And relax. So that was 90-degree crate crunch. We got one more. You can send me a video of that if you want. We got some time. Otherwise, we're just going to roll right into what I call a yoga ab. So I was talking about how we breathe in and out through the nose. Same idea here. This is called the yoga ab. It's a similar way of how you breathe, just made into exercise form. So when you inhale, think about your balloon as a belly. So when you inhale, air is coming in, that balloon's expanding, but your belly is. So watch my stomach on the inhale. I'm just showing the inhale. See that? It expands. Yeah. I think it's gonna be a girl. All right, so you get it. You inhale, your stomach expands. When you exhale, you draw in your core in, everything in your core, starting from your lower abs to your upper abs to your obliques to your ribs. But here's what I noticed, and the feeling will be different for everybody. When I exhale, once I inhale and I have that pregnant stomach, and I exhale, it always starts lower. So my belly button, my lower abs will draw in, and then I'll kind of start moving up to my upper abs and then to my ribs, and I'll feel, because I'm compressed so much, my ribs will want to hug in also. That's a good thing. Let those ribs hug in. You'll feel those rib muscles engage, those side muscles, those serratuses, and you want to see if your ribs are hugged and engaged. One, you'll probably already have an idea because you'll feel it. Now, keep that everything hugged in and lift your arm like that and put your hand on your side. You'll feel your lat in your ribs and you'll feel those muscles on your ribs in between your lat and ribs going along your ribs. It's pretty cool. That's a good thing. We'll be working on those a lot. And that just goes to show how much core and shoulder mobility and flexibility and engagement it takes to get mobile and even. If I was going to do a handstand, you want all this completely flat. So obviously I can do a handstand, but I'm not 100% straight until I can get my shoulders warmed up. And there's no point of doing anything with bad form. That's how you get hurt. So we're not doing handstands. All right, yoga ab. So we're going to inhale, bring the belly, exhale, drawing in through your lower abs, upper, and then you feel your ribs kick in, let them hug in, and pressing your back on the ground. So inhale, exhale, draw it all in towards the ground. So super tight. 10 seconds. Holding it. All your air exhale. Inhale. See that? It's a girl. Or is it a boy? I don't know. We're going to do a surprise now. Exhale. Three. See how long it takes to get to that point to exhale. So leave yourself time to start exhaling now for four. Four is in the set, not the exhale. Everything I got, just like box breathing, exhale everything. Inhale, expand. Sorry if you breathe here. We're getting ready to exhale. Yoga. Inhale, expand. It's all right. Just drive your legs on the ground. Keep them leg curled. Just want to stay firm here. Exhale. Yoga. Just so you guys see what it's supposed to look like. Obviously, nothing looks identical. We're all different. Exhale, yoga. And you'll expand. You notice I don't talk about when we go yoga because it's impossible because we have to exhale all our breath. Squeeze it in as much as possible. Compression. Exhale, yoga. Oh, guess what, guys? You don't need to guess. I lost count. We're gonna do 4 more. Exhale, yoga. Relax. Exhale, yoga. Relax. Like I said, bend your legs. You can keep them straight, whatever works. I just got a cramp. Yoga. Remember, trying to press your full back on the ground, especially your lower back. Relax. One more. One more. Let's get it. Exhale everything. Squeeze it in. Draw on your lower abs, upper abs. Let the ribs hug in. Press your lower back against the ground. Keep it all flat. Hold it a little longer. And relax. So we're done for today, guys. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. Remember, it was the first day. If you took footage, send it over to me. If you have any questions or concerns, if it was too hard, too easy, if you felt pain anywhere, all stuff, you need to let me know. This is just day 1. Keep in mind, there's nothing I can't change. There's no adjustments we can't make. So you have nothing to worry about. Hopefully y'all are feeling good right now. You're not discouraged. If not, hit me up. We'll talk through it. What you can do now is just lay there on your back and relax. Just like you're in yoga, do a shavasana. You don't need to call it that. But what we're going to call it is lying on our stomachs with our eyes closed or really relaxed. And we're going to try to slow our breath and lower our body temperature if it is high. I realize first day, having to explain more form, might have been a little slower pace. So maybe you're not feeling too bad, but keep in mind that will not be the case because we will not be doing isometrics every day, and we'll be doing a combination of isometrics and reps. While you're laying there, if you want to take a big inhale through your nose and an exhale through your breath, stick your tongue out and let it all out. It looks really weird when I do it on camera, but if you're doing it right now, I know it feels really good, and that's all that matters. So again, just let this video turn off. I'm going to stop talking so you can get some peace and quiet. Don't forget 15 grams of protein.